I'm sorry that I don't speak Spanish. I take into account that you don't understand Norwegian, so let's stick just to English. Well, I'll see if I can... I'm at the Center for Entrepreneurship in Kristiansand. And we started up at the university with, it's not as big as your university, it's around 11,000 students, and it's only 10 years, and I congratulate you to your 20 years anniversary this year in 2017. When we started up in 2007, and this is a task for you all because we're doing a little auction. We had 1,200 staff and faculty members, employees, 1,200. At the start of Center for Entrepreneurship, we were also challenged in terms of getting ideas out of the heads of the people working there, the employees, not only the students. So our task was to test the atmosphere at the university among those 1,200 people, looking into what kind of ideas are actually in these 1,200 heads. We are all equipped with brains, and we are all equipped with heads and mindsets, and so we happened to get 5,000 euros. 5,000 euros that we could spend as a prize. You want a prize for your beautiful company. This was a prize that we could give to employees. The employee or the faculty staff member with the best idea. And that sounds pretty easy, doesn't it? It's not very difficult. It didn't have to be a perfect idea like yours or Tonja's collection of ideas, but it could be just an innovation. Just an innovation, just a change of the working environment, the change of way things have been done or are been doing at the university, or maybe it was a business idea or whatever. So now the challenge is to you. It's an auction and there is a prize. There are actually two prizes. Big prizes, I don't tell you what, but there are prizes, they will be delivered. So how many ideas did 1,200 staff members come up with in 2007, competing for 5,000 euros? You want to start? You don't have to hit the number exactly, but just try. We are 30 people in this room. 200. Okay, let's start with that. Not very optimistic view, but anyway. Okay? Huh? 50. I mean, you're a mentor, aren't you? Such pessimistic voices from you. Okay? Somewhere else? 600. 600 is good. Where did you go on exchange? Where did you go on exchange? I don't know. Okay, anyone else? Good. 600? Higher? We need some more numbers. What about you on this side? Skeptical? 100. 100. Okay, 100? 100? Anyone else? What about contribution from French? 60. 6? Six people. That's awful. I mean, really. I mean, what is happening in France? What is happening in France? I need this, I need these Spanish people to cheer the French people because that's awful. That's really awful. Anyone else? Okay, one more, huh? 1,000. Very good. 1,000 is a good number. 1,000 is a good number. Okay. We have these different groups when we work with entrepreneurship at our university, and we always do it training-wise. So we put teams together, and we love working in international groups because each nationality has got its own impact on the group dynamic. Only Norwegians in one group, makes it lazy. So we always, really try to get a lot of exchange students doing our entrepreneurship classes so that we can have good groups, good international groups, to get the best ideas. So this is only, no, it's not only Norwegian, but we closed the auction there, and now we're back in 2007, and after 6 weeks of hard work, where we really tried to promote this beautiful competition with nice prize, we counted the votes. And we ended up with 5. 5! So there are 2 prizes, and then there is one for you, of course. You get the nuts. And there is one for the guy with the most optimistic view. So here you are for 1,000, and that's fine. And now, you've been sitting for such a long time. Think about that. Think about we did we'll come up with 5 ideas among 1,200 staff members. If you take 3 minutes time now, and just turn to your opposite, and discuss what are the reasons why the people didn't come up with more ideas. Okay? You can stand up and do it even though, so that you move a bit. Okay? 3 minutes. You can do it in Spanish as well, because we have a lot of people who can...
Is your university is public university or private university?
Public.
That's important.
Public university.
That's important.
I'm glad the situation has changed, but well, that would be a very short explanation.
You understand.
Yeah, of course. So, and it's also, and that's always, quite interesting to see, because it's.
We have here also an internal innovation program. Do you know it? Yesterday, Domingo explained it.
Yeah.
Okay. And we have 600 people, more or less, workers in the university, of personal, of administration and services. And we have 3 ideas, 4 ideas per year that are good ideas. People don't.
No, it's strange, but it's,
We have a lot of peso de cerebro. Weight, if we lose, we consumamos. If we add all the brains,
the brain power. Yeah.
We have a lot of
Yeah.
tons of, but there is very little ideas.
It is. We can take that in Spanish, I believe, no? Okay. So, now I'm really excited to hear some of your voices. Any, Tonya, you had one explanation that you might, she asked me if it's a private university or public university. Why did you do that? Okay, reasons why. Public university, I mean, you could split down that, of course, because that's only one term. What does it mean? We can talk hours about that, but any specific reasons? Why is it like that? Yes, you can say as you would, yeah.
Although it was mainly his idea, we think that when you are in a big group with a large number of people, you feel like the number.
Okay.
You don't count. So you expect that someone else will
Yeah. Feel like a number, okay. Someone else would think for you. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So afraid of not being good enough? Not having a brilliant idea? As if every idea would be brilliant. Yes? Okay. Okay. Not possible to realize or not easy to realize. Okay. Anyone else? Yes? Mm-hmm. Okay. Afraid of losing? Huh? Losing money? Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Okay, too busy. Too busy, too professional, yes. Okay. You know, it was made so easy for us because we only got 5 ideas. 3 of them were really lousy, and 1 was half good, and 1 was, 60% good. And that one won. So we didn't have to put up great criteria. And it was really a very little outcome. What about the time? Is time an effort or an issue? Time? Yeah? Yeah? Okay, no time? No time. What about the way we live? Do you think that the Norwegian people are very poor? No? Okay, are they too rich? No. But I would also say spoiled in a way, I mean, they have quite a good, safe job, safe environment, and enough money. But then my last question to you: do you think this is a specific phenomenon for our University of Agder? Mm. And looking at these arguments, it's a public place, or you could say it's maybe just a bigger organization that is pretty stuck in the way you should think and the way you think. You feel like a number. Someone else thinks maybe for you, in a way. And you're afraid of not having a brilliant idea. Maybe there is some envy stuff there, or you're afraid of failing. And it's not easy to realize. That's why we don't think of it in the first place, or we don't follow it up. You are not very motivated to do it because you don't have to. You are too busy. You go in your office in the morning, and you move out of your office in the afternoon. And maybe they are even too spoiled, and you don't have the need of following your dream. And these are, this is a anti-innovation chart. Okay? So keep that in mind, but don't steer with this map. Don't navigate with this map, because that leads you not to innovation, but in the opposite direction. The idea is the beginning of most things. You know, the needs are changing. You know, when Maslow was doing this, he didn't have the most crucial and most substantial and most basic need in his head. So that has, thank God, changed. There are recent research that tells us, and you, that especially you in your age, not old people like me, and a bit younger people like Domingo, and, but especially you are going to have at least 4 careers in your life. 4 careers. Well, that's a challenge, isn't it? So it's hard to please your father because he was just thinking about you having this track. But you have to focus on different tracks. And there is actually no recipe. You can't just study something and then you're capable of having 4 careers. Or it's also hard, like a discussion we had 2 days ago, to study one thing and then you are finished and then you find out, okay, I'll study another thing, and suddenly you have studied 20 years. That's also a hard thing to do. And it doesn't make you happy or not guaranteed happy at all. So, what I think you should do is at least look for opportunities. Because there is only one thing that is sure in terms of your future and the 4 careers that you're going to do, and that is that everything is uncertain. And you have to pick up on opportunities when they come. Because opportunities just, you know, they come and they go. Or rather, they come and you go. That's mostly the case. And 2 things are extremely important, and that's what most people, or many people, don't realize and don't want to do. I mean, we live in a very, very speedy time, where things are going very fast. Much too fast for me, because I'm much too old. Domingo is different. He takes that. But for me, you know, it's a very hard time, and you have to be even more willing to change. You know? And willing to learn it. And you know of different organizations doing a change process. You know, and they're so glad when they put up a new strategy, because then they're finished with the change project, you know, firstly. And it's hard for an organization to follow it up and really do the change. Not because the organization is the organization, but because the people are not very willing to change. You as young people should follow his words, whatever you do, because that's really what you're here for, or it's great if you can realize some of this, because you have the power to do that. And entrepreneurship, to me, and I believe to you as well, is about these things. It's about giving you the power of generating things, being a part of something bigger than yourself, following ideas, making things happen. And the great thing about it is that you can do it in all kinds of different phases of your life. You can do it in all kinds of places, and you can do it in all kinds of sectors. You don't have to have a high-tech idea to be a super entrepreneur. You don't have to be a bioengineer or a businessman. You know, you can follow up on For instance, social entrepreneurship, which is really a hot topic, changing the social life of people, changing, society is changing, has a changing need, has changing topics, and the state doesn't care for everything, can't do it, or the region, or the city of Asia. So entrepreneurship is learning much more about yourself. It's also, of course, the core skills around business, core skills about doing different things in a certain way. But it's a very, very diverse thing to do. And last thing, managing uncertainty. Growing important, because there is no thing such as a very certain tomorrow. Has never been. But, and these two words, transformation and empowerment, you are transforming yourself, you are empowering yourself to do something that you didn't think you would do, but suddenly you're there, and you can look back and see, okay, I really did that. These are important things. It's like a virus. It's, when you start working with entrepreneurial things and following your own idea, it sort of follows you, or you hunt it, and it becomes an attitude to you. It's a mindset of looking or focusing on ideas, focusing on how can we develop that. If I see something, then normally I think, okay, there must be something that we could do differently, maybe. And then you start discussing with your friends and colleagues, and you find a way. You find an interesting way. So, and that is what we want to hear from our students. Because nobody's, I wouldn't, Tonya, you may disagree with me or whatever, but I think it isn't the case that everyone should be an entrepreneur. And on the other hand, it's never has been that you're born to be an entrepreneur. It's about training. It's having a new scope. So we think if we can give new students, young people, a training ground, everyone doing sports is dependent on training, being better, improving, and you have to improve as well. So you need new ways of learning, interaction with companies, interaction with people who can help you, mentors, and helpers. And you will experience that there are lots of helpers out there. People who want good things to happen to young people and their ideas, like Tonya, and they will provide you with different learning spaces as well, like outside or inside, in your area or on exchange somewhere else. We have a lot of exchange students coming in at our place, and they love doing entrepreneurship, and we love having them there. So it's actually not a subject. It's not something that you sit down and read a book and then you know everything about it. But it's an attitude, and very important. Gretchen Bleier, she's a famous snowboarder. I met her in Austin, Texas, at the South by Southwest, and it's very true what she says. And I know Domingo is a very strong friend of happiness and of following your heart, and you should do that. Follow your heart, and if you see a good opportunity, then grab it. This, very shortly, you know this guy? Yeah? If you think about these changes, then look upon this guy's different images, throughout the years. Sadly, he disappeared a year ago, but he's still around somewhere, somehow. And, reading about that, you see one of the most powerful art entrepreneurs and the superstars that were around. So you should follow some of his example, and you can turn and face the change. Okay, thanks.